Okay, everybody, it's that time of the week again. It's Wednesday, July 1st, and there's been a lot going on in here since the last video to talk about, and we're going to cover everything now. First thing is, you see there's still a couple computers on the workbench. We'll get to them in a minute. But the first thing I want to talk about is actually over here on the storage cart. We've got, zoom in here, we've got two computers on the top. These two laptops were both virus issues. They are now cleaned off and ready to go. And on the bottom, we have two slimline desktops. These needed data transferred over to them. The upper one, the little gray Hewlett-Packard, is having an issue because it's missing its Windows product key. It was a refurbished computer, and the company that did the refurbishing invalidated the old product key. However, they forgot to install the new product key label. This is a big problem. All Windows computers are required by Microsoft to have valid product key labels on them. And if they don't, you should call the company or whoever you got it from and ask them why that label's missing. There's a lot of things that could be going on, all of which are not really good. It could be a pirated copy of Windows, i.e. stolen copy. They could have just forgotten to put the label on, or something else could be going on at the company that's not good. I really don't recommend that people purchase refurbished computers, mainly because you have no way of knowing if the company that did the refurbishing work did a good job or not. I think I've told the story of my mom's computer before. That will be the subject of another video, but that was a refurbished computer that I essentially had to rebuild because the company that did the work used a defective motherboard, and they had a whole batch of defective motherboards, and I just happened to get one of the bad ones. Yuck. Now we come back over to the workbench. We've got this laptop, and this laptop has an interesting story behind it. Achoo. This laptop has an interesting story behind it. It was full of malware when it came in here. And the owner had actually been infected by a FakeAV virus couple of years ago. You guys have heard me talk about FakeAV. You've seen screenshots from FakeAV on the Facebook page. I'm actually going to put another screenshot up right after this video goes up of a FakeAV screen that I got from this computer. He actually fell for the FakeAV though and called the people up. And he was actually paying subscription money to this scam company in India for an antivirus that did not work. And then recently, maybe a couple weeks ago, he got a call from the company in India saying that they were going out of business and that they owed him a couple $100 worth of licensing for the program. And they told him they couldn't just send it to him because of some BS reason they made up. But if the guy sends them $800, they'll send him $1,000 back. Do you all see the scam here? He basically told them in no uncertain terms what they could do with themselves. And when he told them that, they got upset. They had remote access to the machine through the FakeAV program, and they got into the machine, they removed the program, and then they put a password on his account to lock him out of his own computer. And it came in here with a password on it that I had to clear, and then after I cleared it, I found just a ton of malware that am in the process of pretty much just about finishing with the removal of, and the machine will be all cleaned up and ready to go for him very soon. Now we come back over to here. And this is the Planit machine that I've been working on. I've never showed the image of the program, but here it is. Planit Fusion Retail Design. You can probably see that this program is used for designing kitchen cabinets, as I have mentioned before. Basically, short story is this program is not going to be the victory that I once thought it was. You can't install the catalog files. And the catalog files are the images and graphics and data about the actual kitchen cabinets. They actually come from the manufacturers of the kitchen cabinets and also bathroom cabinets that you sell, and the manufacturers will send them to you. Without the catalog files, the program, while it will run, is basically useless, because you can't put anything on the kitchen layout map or a bathroom layout map without the catalog files. And I was going back and forth with the tech support people for Fusion Planit, which are based out of London, which kind of makes my life a little bit difficult, as they are 5 hours ahead of us here in the US. And they asked me for his dongle number. Now, everybody's probably asking, what the heck is a dongle? Well, I'm going to try to show you. You see this piece right here that my finger's pointing to? This is a dongle. Its job is a form of hardware licensing and anti-piracy control. What happens is when you start Planit, it looks for the presence of the dongle. If it doesn't find it, it will not run. Also, there are other functions that the dongles have that I didn't know about. Not only can they prevent the program from running outright, but they can also, after a certain period of time has expired, prohibit you from using certain functions of the program. And what has happened here is the dongles have expired. I actually have two of them on this machine. The one that I pointed to, and this one up here that kind of looks like a USB flash drive. They both perform the same function. And what has happened is, because the dongles have expired, the company tells the dongles after X amount of time has passed, do not allow this function or this function or this function to be performed. And the amount of control that the company, Fusion, has over what their software is allowed to do is very, very fine. They can control every single function that program does and either permit you or prohibit you from doing it. And he has a copy of Planit on his laptop that does function and did install and work correctly. The reason it did install and work correctly on his laptop was because when he installed it on his laptop, the dongles were not yet expired. And you can still run the main Planit program after the dongles have expired, but you cannot install new or updated catalog files or upgrade the core program to a new version. These dongles have been out of support for so long that the company cannot even upgrade the license that he has. He has to buy the new version of the program, which is called Fusion 2020, which he's actually seen Fusion 2020 and he doesn't like the interface, so he's not really thrilled about using it. But unfortunately, he's going to have to bite the bullet and buy Fusion 2020. This goes back to things that I've talked about in the past about some of my business customers using old software. This happens a lot in the business sector. I will see a company use an old piece of software because they either don't want to spend the money to update or upgrade, or can't upgrade for other reasons. And then when that old piece of software has a problem, or when it expires, you can't really get support for it anymore. I have to say in this video that the tech support team of Fusion has gone above and beyond the call of duty to answer my many questions regarding this very old version of Planit that they technically no longer support. It is very common when these programs fall out of their support cycles that the tech support team won't even answer a question about the program. So I have to give a big shout out to Fusion for answering my questions about this old program. Thank you guys, and a special thank you goes out to Jonathan from London. You know who you are. Well, this was another long video. I think I covered everything I've got in here. As always, feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I will see everyone next time. Talk to everyone soon. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.